FileBank is an online off-site backup company. It's a service actually, and what we do in general, to make a long story short, is we put a little piece of JavaScript on your computer, be it your SQL server or your Exchange server, a workstation or a laptop, and with that client software, we then pick the files that we want to back up on your different servers or workstation, and we set a time for that backup, and then at the appointed time the software kicks off and it backs up a 128-bit encrypted, HIPAA compliant, compressed version of your critical files to our data center in Houston, and when that finishes it replicates itself to our data center in Dallas. So now you've got two very viable 24/7 access to your file system 250 miles apart, so that if the worst should happen, you'll be able to restore those files and be back in business. In terms of security, we think FileBank should be an integral part, or at least a portion, of everyone's business continuity plan, everybody's disaster recovery plan. Basically, I think what sets us apart, or what sets the company apart from other possibly in-house backup solutions, is that we're completely automated. So it's always the human factor that plays a big part in whether files get backed up on a daily basis. So, because it's that day that someone doesn't take a backup off-site, it's that day that disaster will strike. It's Murphy's Law. So, at any rate, the other security issue is that our backups are HIPAA compliant and fully encrypted. So we meet all those standards. Confidential data remains confidential, and it is that client that does the encryption. So from the time it leaves your computer or workstation or server, those files are completely 120-bit encrypted and totally unusable to anybody but you with your encryption key. So while they're stored on our servers, those redundant servers in Houston and Dallas, both of those copies are encrypted, and they won't mean anything to anybody until you restore those files back to your computer, at which time your client software does the decryption. We really have narrowed our focus because we decided we wanted to really concentrate on two areas and become the best at it. So instead of trying to be everything to everybody, we look at education as one market, and we're big in education. We literally back up hundreds of schools. And also, we've changed the focus. It used to be we would go out and call on law firms and CPA firms, and not that we would turn down their business if they came to us, but our focus isn't to go get that business, because they usually have a trusted advisor, like an IT consultant. And if I'm trying to go to them directly to sell backup services, I'm treading on their turf. So instead of doing that, we focus on resellers. So resellers in education. That reseller already has a relationship with the client, and so we're just giving them another tool in the belt that'll be a good asset and a good valuable service that reseller can provide to their already trusted relationship. Excuse me? How do people find file? Okay. You can find FileBank a number of ways, through various resellers, obviously. By the way, let me add this, which is why shows like this and our association with you is so valuable, because certainly the people we need to talk to get FileBank out there are the same people that are in your organization, obviously. So that's been a great association. But you can find us through any of those professionals that sell their consulting and trusted advisory services to their clients. You can find us on the website at filebank.com, or for education, education.filebank.com.